today's race? You almost kicked it off. I don't know who caused that 2-up to start, whether it was you or the other guy, but...
Well, yeah, Josh started up the climb and then like carried on through the descent. I saw a moment when it came quite close, and I thought, why not give it a go to bridge across? So I kicked, looked behind, there was no one there, so I thought may as well press on and hope either someone bridges or it works. Obviously we knew like the Fensham boys weren't going to keep that going, but I thought maybe like a bridge could have happened rather than the chase, and it could have been the group, which it ended up being, but yeah.
And what was it like when the, I don't know how many others, 9 other, 10 others riders joined you? Was that a good thing for you?
Yeah, well, I think it made us pretty positive that we'd make it to the end, but so yeah, I mean, it meant we had 2 Tafaris and 3 Fenshams, so when you ride on your own it's pretty hard to compete with those 3, you know. Like, yeah, they can do a lot more than you can on your own, but yeah.
And when you get a group like that, sometimes numbers of that size can cause it to stop working together. How was it?
It was pretty okay. There was a couple of times where, well, a couple of times where I saw him a couple of times because there was a Fensham rider that was sitting on, and you just think there's 3 of them, 2 Tafari, and if I'm thinking for the win, there's no one going on my own, and then that caused a few to start sitting on. But I think overall, almost frustration carried it on. You know, people like. Got a bit frustrated, nothing was rolling through and got a bit like a bunch draggy, but yeah, so it worked out okay. And then when we realised we had 2 minutes 35 at one point, we kind of knew even if we just sat tempo, it was pretty solid to go to the end, so at that point we were just starting to think about the racing.
And how are the injuries? Because the last time, I mean, you just seemed to have this period of bad luck where you had that DQ, which was just, I was just shocked. And then you had this crash, and you were well banded.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not what I wanted, you know, especially like in Tarling crash that day before the T2, which is a big hit, especially after the TQ. But yeah, I had stitches out a couple of days ago, and up until that point, I was being a bit careful with it. So the training hasn't been 100% what I wanted it to be, and it was a bit. Had the cast obviously for a few days after as well, so a few turbos just sitting, just porting on the bike. So the training hasn't been what I wanted it to be, but we kind of had a big load coming into this, and then see how today went. Whether good legs or bad legs didn't really matter, it's part of the training block. But yeah, so to have decent legs today, so I'm glad to be back on the mend in decent shape.
Now the Nationals are in Wales.
Yeah.
Does that add a little bit of pressure?
No pressure, just a bit of enjoyment, bit of well. I can ride as much as I want. I can go there just for do a couple of laps and get really used to it. I mean, yeah, obviously a bit of pressure, but at the end of the day, it's still the Nationals, and same pressure every year, and you want to win it either way.
Got lots planned for the rest of the season?
Yeah, Nationals coming up, and then yeah, a bit of a track block, and then hopefully after Nationals, we'll know if there's a chance of Road Worlds and Track Worlds. So that'll be a big aim. So yeah.
No pressure. It's all sorted next. Well done.
Thank you.